Good morning, Riverside. I'm Courtney, and I'm a psychic medium and energy healer here in Riverside, California. Welcome to Riverside Remembers. Today we're exploring Ryan Bonaminio Park, and I wanted to just kind of show you all of the beauty that is here and also incorporate some of the history, some of the remembrance, and some of the sacredness that is associated with this space. Thousands of people come here and they use this as a space to exercise, connect, practice their sports, do all the fun things, park as they go up the mountain to the top of Mount Rubidoux. And it's such a beautiful spot for our community, to gather, have fun, have birthday parties, celebrations, barbecues. I love watching everybody outside be active here. And just like with any space, there's always a story behind it. And you guys know I love a good story. As a high school teacher for 27 years, I taught stories, encouraged stories, wrote stories. And so now I love to explore the stories of Riverside. So Bonaminio Park is named after Ryan Bonaminio, who was a young Riverside resident. He went to Ramona High School and graduated from there. That's where I went. That's where my husband went. That's where two of my kids went and a lot of my friends. I also taught at Ramona for many years. Ryan was a veteran, an Army veteran, a police officer, served his community. Just an incredible young man from what I know. I'm not a professional researcher, and I really just go where I feel called and where the curiosity kind of takes me when it comes to learning about these stories. Ryan was also a young police officer, and one night he was chasing somebody who was involved in a hit and run, and it ended his life. It was a fatal exchange, and at 27 years old, Ryan was murdered. So I think something that's so beautiful is that this park is a remembrance, a dedication to him and his life of service, and also his love of young people, of community, of creating spaces that are safe and that bring people together. So through tragedy, this park was able to not only be created, but also maintain such a peaceful vibe. And anytime you come across a space that's dedicated to someone or, is connected to various people or a person like Ryan, it's always nice to learn a little bit about his life and to pay tribute. Next time you're here at the park, whether you're parking to go up Mount Rubidoux or you're just kind of walking the trail or hanging out with your kids, say a little prayer for him in your own way. Take a moment to remember him and say thank you for his life and thank you for this beautiful space that's created in honor of him. But there's so much history here, and there's so much energy here, and there's so much beauty. There's so many stories. This land was also very important in Riverside history for the Coahuila Indians, the Serrano, Tonga. If I'm pronouncing those wrong, I apologize. It's not done disrespectfully. But this was an arroyo, which means there's just so much beautiful water and so much beautiful land and so many beautiful kind of nooks and crannies. It's often times called the Tequesquite Arroyo. And I love that when they built this park, they still kept the meadow and they still kept the land that was so important to Indigenous people and is such a staple for Riverside. This is one of my favorite parts of the park. It's right kind of by the community garden, and it's this beautiful space where you can just kind of sit, relax, walk, and see so many cool birds, plants, and critters. So within the park, we have a community garden, which has several plots and spaces where people can grow their own vegetables, share community, just kind of meet and talk. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a beautiful little hummingbird up there, and I just saw a butterfly go by. And this is just such a beautiful space for bringing people together. And I think that's such a special part about this park. This is my favorite bench, and I think it is dedicated to Ryan. The plaque, it looks like, is not there at the moment, but I'm sure it will be back soon. But my favorite thing about this, and why I think it's worth remembering, is that everywhere you go has a story. You know, whether it's dedicated to a person who's lost their life in service, or it's, you know, remembering the people who walked the land before you, paying tribute to those who kind of cultivated the earth and had a role in the neighboring, you know, community. And just honor the people who lived here before. I honor Ryan himself, and I honor the stories of others who came through this beautiful space. So there's a bathroom, which I always appreciate, water, a huge parking lot. Little spots to kind of work out in between your walking. And then here's a little plaque for Ryan Bonaminio at the Tequesquite Arroyo, a dedication. I also love that there are 1,000 trees planted here to honor, you know, of course, nature, oxygen, noise buffering, our civic pride. You know, we're such a beautiful tree-filled city. And while I'm filming this, a woman was kind of like a little bit stressed out. So I asked her if she was okay, and she said, yes, I just lost my debit card and my driver's license. And this other person, this really kind young woman, said she found it. She found her, noticed she was looking a little frazzled, came over and said, I just turned in your stuff to the police officers who were here. So this woman was able to call and get her stuff back. But I think that that's also such a beautiful story of Riverside, because every space can have like dark, every space can have negative, but every space also has good and beautiful. And what a beautiful story today that someone lost something and another neighbor, community member, helped her find it. Like, that's also what this park is all about. And I know that's the essence of what Ryan Bonaminio and his family would have wanted for this space. So here's one of the official entrances to the park. You can kind of see the name. This is what it looks like when you drive in. I rarely enter this way because I live up there above the park in a different direction, so I usually walk down instead of drive down. But definitely a lot of parking if you do want to start your Mount Rubidoux hike here. This is where you'd walk up. They used to allow parking, but it became like really crowded and chaotic, so it's super cool that now you can park here and then head up. And I am going to show you this smoothie place because the guy's really nice. Let's see if I can talk to him. Okay, another thing that I love to do when I walk Mount Rubidoux and hang out at Ryan Bonaminio Park is get a little sweet treat from this spot, which is related to this spot over here. And this is Isaac, and we're going to talk today to him. All right, so this is Isaac. Isaac, tell us a little bit about your business.
I'm Isaac. I'm right here at Michoacanas, located at Ryan Bonaminio Park in Riverside, California. We have a purple trailer over there. We do smoothies, we do acai, we do protein shakes, ginger shots, fresh organic juices. We got fresh fruits. We got agua frescas. We got banana splits, crepes, dragon fruit rolls, acai. We have a little bit of everything, shaved ice, corn. Yeah, we pretty much have everything here for any hiker who wants to come down and give us, you know, something refreshing, you know. If they want to get something refreshing, get a little snack, something in them, we got it right here. We're here every day, all day. If you need us, let us know. We're right here. And we also have that trailer, like I said. And we do have an Instagram. We have, we also accept all forms of payment, Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, Tap to Pay, Google Pay, anything. Yeah.
Tres Michoacanas sister.
That's Michoacanas.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you guys.
So yes, there is a lot of action and a lot of noise and a lot of energy here at the park, but there's also so much space to just kind of pause all of that and sit down under a tree and just kind of like exist for a moment. So whether you're a lifelong resident of Riverside or you're visiting, I hope you saw Riverside a little bit differently today. And remember that there are stories everywhere. Sometimes we just need to take the time to listen to them and notice them. I'm Courtney, and thank you for remembering Riverside with me.